Hey, it's Marcella here. I would like to do some tapping with you on feeling overwhelmed around meeting your needs. So, if you are struggling with binge eating, sugar addiction, overeating, yo-yo dieting, or any kind of food behavior that feels problematic, chances are there is an unmet need that is driving that behavior. And even if you're aware of that need and you can identify what that need is, it still might feel overwhelming to have that need met. So let's do some tapping to see if we can move that overwhelm out of the way and clear the needs, clear the path so that you can actually get that need met without having to resort to food to do it. Okay, so I want to encourage you to begin with to think about a specific need that feels really overwhelming to you. It could be financial, it could be emotional, it could be, a self-esteem need of some kind. So just think about one need to start that feels really overwhelming. And then how overwhelming is that overwhelm on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being it's off the charts? Okay, good. Once you've got that in place, let's do some tapping. So starting on the side of the hand, actually, let's bump the hands together. Okay. So even though I have this really intense need, and go ahead and say what it is. And I've been using food to try to fill that need. And I would really love to stop doing that. But the thought of needing to meet this need feels completely overwhelming. Where do I even begin? Okay. Even though I feel all this overwhelm, I choose to be kind to myself no matter what, because beating myself up about this isn't going to help me at all. Good. So I'm going to love and accept myself exactly where I'm at. Let's go to the top of the head. But I feel completely overwhelmed. All this overwhelm. So utterly overwhelmed. It's really overwhelming. I feel like I have so many unmet needs. So many ways that I have struggled with taking care of myself. Okay. I feel like a hot mess. Where do I even begin? And I have such a long history of this need not being met. I wonder if it's ever been met. So now we're going to just focus in or hone in on that one need that you identified just now. And let's just focus in on that. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if this need has ever been met. Maybe it's never been met. Because it's so hard to imagine that I could really have this need be met. It feels almost impossible to imagine. Okay. And it feels really overwhelming. All right, nice. Let's take a nice deep breath here. And even though it feels really overwhelming, I choose to radically accept where I am at. And to just surrender that I have no idea how to do this. Okay. I have no idea how to do this. I have no idea how to meet this need. Okay, and I own that. I acknowledge it. Okay. The meeting of this need was never modeled for me, right? Probably true, right? So it's like I have no clue. I'm like a fish out of water. Okay, good. Nice deep breath here under the arm. Okay. I don't know how to do this. It's really overwhelming and it's bigger than me. Okay, try this and see how this feels. So I want to turn to a power greater than myself. Good. I want to turn to the divine for some help. Okay. The God of my understanding. The forces of protection that got me here, you know? Okay, so here we're talking about like your angels, your guardians, your protectors. Okay, so let's just let me stop here for just a moment and we can resume tapping. But I want to say something here, which is that whatever your theological orientation or your spiritual beliefs, especially if you've had a life of really horrendous trauma, the fact that you are listening to me right now and the fact that you are tapping along here means that you have survived. You made it, okay? So even though part of your brain might be in fight or flight, and part of it might be referencing the past, you have had protection and guidance and support all along the way to get you to this point. And even if this point where you are right now really sucks because it feels overwhelming and how do I even begin to meet my needs, I want to continue tapping here and invite you to call on that energy, even if you don't understand what it is, or even if you don't totally believe in it, it doesn't really matter. But let's just do some tapping here to call on, that which is greater than our own being to help us out here. Okay, good. Now, back to our tapping. Okay, I want to call on whatever protective energies have supported me throughout my life. How about that? Okay. I want to call on those forces of protection and support that surround me. Good. To help me do this. I want to ask for cosmic help. Nice. Beautiful. And I want to reach out to the support of other people, for the support of other people. Because I can't do this alone. My little traumatized brain can't figure out how to meet my needs, right? The brain that got us into this can't get us out of it. Let's just say that. So, the brain that is experiencing this problem cannot create the solution. Excellent. And even if it feels really scary to ask for help and support, I'm going to choose to be brave, choose to be vulnerable, and choose to trust that this is something I can learn how to do. Yeah. Meeting my needs in the best way I can, using all the support at my disposal, so that I can have a future that is different from my past. I am asking the universe for that. I would love to have a future that is different from my past. And I am willing to be a beginner on the path of learning how to meet my needs. And I am willing to draw on the wisdom and the support of all the resources at my disposal so that I can be free of the bondage of being enslaved to my food and meet my needs in a really good way. Okay, let's leave it there. Take a nice deep breath. Woo! Maybe this is one you need to shake out. So you can do this tapping over and over again. Start with the biggest needs, the ones that feel the most problematic, and just keep tapping along. Adopt this script as you need to make it work for you. And do feel free to reach out if you would like to include me in your arsenal of people who have your back because you deserve to have your needs met. Okay, this is Marcella signing off. So much love. Bye for now.